Hey, my name is Melinda Benbow. I'm a professional dog trainer, and in this training series, I'm going to teach you how to effectively communicate with your dog in order to better navigate your training journey together. The normal person thinking about a crate, I think they think of a cage, a prison. When it is, dogs are den animals. They actually seek out small confined places to stay in. And if we do create those positive associations, we turn it into less of a punishment area and more of a safe space. We want to make our dogs as comfortable as possible within the crate, but it's important to not put things in there that are going to endanger them. Things like beds can be torn apart easily and create issues for our dogs. When starting out, maybe start with a towel or a plush blanket until you figure out if this is something your dog may rip apart. To provide comfort for your dog with inside the crate, it's important that you buy the right size crate for them. Keep in mind how big they're eventually going to get so you can get something that they can grow into. It's important that they're able to stand up, lay down, and be able to turn around without hitting the walls of the crate. A wonderful way to begin building positive crate association is to simply feed your dog in their crate. By giving them their meals in their crate, they're going to understand that good things happen when I go in my crate. Once they're done eating, open the door and let them right back out. We don't need to keep them in there too long, just long enough to get comfortable eating. Now that our dog has created a positive association in the crate by being able to eat in there, we can teach them how to actually go in there by luring them with our hand or tossing a treat into the back of the crate. Once the dog goes in for it, mark that moment by clicking your clicker or saying yes or good dog. Go ahead and give them another food reward to reinforce that behavior and call them back out the crate and repeat the process. Continue these repetitions over and over until your dog is understanding what that lure into the crate actually means. At this point in time, you can begin to add your verbal cue of crate. To layer in your verbal cue, you're going to say crate the moment your dog's paws all go inside. Again, mark that moment, provide your food reinforcement, and continue this process. You can continue to shape this behavior by creating distance between you and your crate and telling them to go in. If your dog is struggling getting to the crate from that distance, go ahead and close that gap a little bit and continue the process. Again, mark and reward every time your dog goes into the crate. You can also create a natural response to going into the crate by simply just waiting to see when your dog actually goes in. Whether you're sitting on the couch watching TV or just hanging out in your office, if you see your dog in the crate, go ahead and reward that behavior. Reinforcement drives behavior, and this is what makes behaviors happen naturally. In the beginning of teaching this crate behavior, it's important to keep your sessions short. 2 to 5 minutes should do it. Don't forget not to let your dog out while they're barking or crying. Give them a moment to settle down before you open the crate door. Reinforcement drives behavior, which means if your dog learns that they can cry and bark to get out the crate, they're going to cry and bark every time they're in the crate. If your dog is barking and crying in the crate, there are different things you can do to make them more comfortable. A lot of dogs do find comfortability in having a crate cover. You can do this by putting a dark blanket over them or buying a crate cover that's specified for that crate. Crate training has many benefits. It helps with facilitating potty training, and it also lets us contain our dogs when they can't be supervised. If we're not around to watch our dogs, we can miss many training opportunities. We can also set our dogs up for some big failures. There's 101 dangers in any room at any given time, and in order to keep your dog safe, contain them within their crate.